Kathleen Kennedy isn't going anywhere. She is still committed to destroy. Oh, she's going to be gone after Indiana Jones. No, she's here to keep ruining Disney Star Wars for everybody. KK says, upcoming Rey film will question, does the galaxy need the Jedi anymore? Do they want them back?
I don't. I don't want anybody back. I want Star Wars to die. Please.
Now,
Please.
from an EU perspective, was the galaxy excited when Luke rebuilt the Jedi Order?
Yes.
Because they, in fact, one of the pressures, well, by the time we get to the Jedi Academy trilogy, Mon Mothma's going, yeah, we need Jedi to help keep the peace. We need Jedi out there. We need them. Can you do this any faster? Luke's going, I can only go as fast as I can. Go as fast as I can. Do the best I can. And yeah, they need a Jedi to be the peacekeeping force, to be the keepers of order and justice for the galaxy. They wanted them back. People want because, and especially Luke's new Jedi Order, which wasn't the old Jedi. Now there was eventually there is turning on the Jedi, but that's a whole nother arc in the Fate of the Jedi arc. There's all kinds of things going on there. The Jedi were getting a little persecuted because there was something was happening and the Force was going out of control. But hey, that's a story to be told later. Point is, yeah, people wanted it. People wanted the Jedi. But KK says, oh, maybe they don't. Let's look at this. Kennedy appeared on Entertainment Weekly's Dagobah Dispatch, where she first reiterated much of the talking points she shared about the film at Star Wars Uncelebration. She said, well, as we move into the future space, which this story is about 15 years outside of Rise of Skywalker, obviously we realize that post-war, post-First Order, Rise of the New Jedi Order, we left Episode 9 with Rey making a commitment to Luke Jake Skywalker. Sorry, I got caught up in it. That she would rebuild the Jedi Order, and so here we are ready to do that. And it took a lot of discussion because obviously we've been developing stories in different spaces, and television has been a big focus of our attention right now, but there's still so much interest in what happens after Rise of Skywalker. So we are excited to be doing that now.
No, we're not.
No, nobody is. Show me your successes on Disney Plus. You can barely break 1 million people watching it. Obi-Wan, disaster. Book of Boba Fett, disaster. The Mandalorian, pathetically and sad. Andor is shit. I am sorry if you like it, but it isn't Star Wars. You can take every little bit of Star Wars they sprinkled in there, and it still functions as a generic sci-fi show.
I hate all of this.
Later in the podcast, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, please.
Right. Later in the podcast, Kennedy was asked about the announced James, I'm about to take it in every ear mangold for Indy 5 that is expected to go back to the distant past and tell the tale of the first Jedi to wield the Force and harness it as a liberating power in an era of chaos and oppression. Oh my God, that's not how it worked. She said, we've been talking a lot about going well into the past, and one of the things that's really knitting this all together, obviously, are the Jedi. What happened with the Jedi over time, much like history? How did the Jedi evolve? No. They were wiped out with Order 66, not according to Dave Filoni.
It's like how many guys left?
I mean, yeah, you trip over surviving Jedi in Dave Filoni Star Wars. You can't go 5 feet without finding one. Oh, you were in this bar the whole time, getting high on death sticks. Okay, great. You're still here. Oh, hi. You were in a brothel? That's not very Jedi of you. So, I mean, that is, how disconnected are you? No, your own boy, your own purse puppy, Dave Filoni, has rewritten it all that basically doesn't survive. And the ones that weren't were put in amber in Fortress Inquisitorius, where the freaking youngling still had his training helmet on because these goddamn morons think that's some sort of youngling uniform piece. No, it's a blinder helmet. They use it for lightsaber training. They take it off when they're done. You fucking idiots. Why is he wearing it in the amber? My God. The question that we're going to ask with New Jedi Order and with Rey is, does the galaxy need them anymore? Do they want him back? Well, nobody wants Broom Boy. Nobody wants Rey Skywalker. Nobody wants this. Nobody asked for it. And this is how bad it's going to be. If this actually gets into production, which is still a question, it might not get there. It might get shelved like every other movie they've announced for the past 3 years. Where's the Rian Johnson trilogy? Where's the D&D trilogy? Patty Jenkins, she's on the corner selling herself for cheap change.
Yes.
It's all canceled. All canceled. If this even gets into production, this will be the first time that they're going to have to put a Star Wars movie out there without the lure of member berries. There is not a member berry they can put in there. They've killed all of their bastardized versions of the actual Star Wars characters.
That's true.
They've done it. KK keeps going. Kathleen Kennedy teases future Star Wars projects will adapt the High Republic.
Burn it.
Which nobody reads.
Burn it.
Nobody knows it's there.
Just burn it.
Burn it. Let it burn.
Just okay. Why though?
Because
I for the life of me, Lucasfilm has been burning through cash from every angle for years now. There are countless books, countless video games, countless stories that's already ready to go that people already love. You would be backstroking in gold coin Scrooge McDuck style. Just take the
That's an
freaking
insult to
books
Scrooge McDuck.
and just throw them on the screen, please. It's so like, hey, we're gonna make this new High Republic. Did anybody like it? No. But now we're gonna make a movie out of it. Did anybody buy the books? No. So you lost money on the books. That's correct. So we're gonna make a movie out of it. You better believe it. So you're gonna lose money on the movie. Yes, sir.
Wait, Dre, we do have a High Republic show coming. The Acolyte.
Which is going to hemorrhage cash.
I can't wait. I mean,
unbelievable.
Like, people are salivating for the Marvels. This is what I'm ready for. I'm rejuvenated. I can handle watching these shit shows. I am ready. I am eager. I am happy to deliver it to you. I'm ready to roast the hell out of this because they're all going on Disney Plus. They're going to lose money, and it's going to be nothing but agenda crap. Harvey Weinstein's personal assistant, Leslie Headland.
Can you? But I mean, just think about this. Just think about it. Knights of the Old Republic is still getting a bazillion players every day.
Yeah.
Take that. There's a built-in fan base yearning for it.
I don't want them to touch it, though.
Well, logistically speaking, Adam.
Okay, yeah.
Logistically speaking, there is a fan base built in. Take that, put it on the screen, make billions.
Dre.
Even if it was a misfire attempt, the numbers that's worth taking a shot are already there.
They already misfired. Remember the attempt to make the Old Republic remake? Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
They already tried and they misfired by putting someone in charge of it that was nothing but an SJW twat waffle. There was no. They already shot themselves in the foot. That would have been printing money if all you had to do was take the original story, every single line of dialogue, just revoice act it, put it out there, give it a nice fancy Unreal Engine 5 facelift, put it on there, and that's money. But no,
money.
But no, they had to rebuild it to match their High Republic garbage, to match the Disney timeline.
Which no one is going to watch. No one is going to watch the High Republic because no one outside us knows that it exists.
Thank you.
Thank
you. KOTOR, real KOTOR exists in actual Star Wars timeline and canon. Yes. Their remake was supposed to be slotted into their garbage timeline. Remember the Eclipse video game? Where's that gone?
That don't come out?
No, it didn't happen.
Oh, I didn't think so. I was like, did that happen?
There was that big push with its with its intro video they put out, that trailer they put out of scenes. Everybody's like, "Oh, it's gonna be great. It's High Republic era." Yeah, that died a quiet death. You haven't heard anything of that in a year. It has been a year. Nothing. They can't. High Republic content done. Trying to fit classic content into High Republic doesn't work. Catholic touts the company's ability to transparently communicate their storytelling. Wow.
God.
I mean,
if there was any more transparent, it would be translucent. All right.
Yeah, okay. This is great. So they asked her, "You've had a huge book initiative with the High Republic that is failing, and all these novels coming out that nobody's reading or buying. So is that a space where we're going to start to see more on-screen?" Guess the bad recording. She responds to this. "It could be because of the things we talked about in publishing was how we could begin to incubate certain ideas. And in that case, the High Republic, there's been some wonderful storytelling that's gone on there. Oh yeah, the Great Jedi Bake Off. That was great. Creating weird creatures that suck the Force and non-binary Jedi.
God.
SJW Jedi with the haircut and everything. That's the High Republic. The Great White Hope Women's, who's the best of them all. Yeah. None of it makes sense, fit into any sort of real timeline. Doesn't make sense. It's not necessarily what Leslie's doing, the Acolyte, but it's certainly opened up the possibilities of being able to tell stories in that space. In contrast, Kennedy was also asked about potentially adapting Cal Kestis and the Star Wars Jedi video games into live-action film or TV series. She answered, "I've seen a lot of chatter online about that. It could be really interesting. It's not something that's front and center right at this moment."
Leave it alone. Christ. Let us enjoy something.
Not to mention, Dre, it's already a movie in the video game.
Yes.
It's already there.
Told.
Well, this is something I talk about a lot on my channel. I've gotten a lot of flack for it. I think video games are the premier medium for storytelling right now, just with the level of technology, the way that they're able to integrate you into the world. You can become the main character. I think it's not my favorite necessarily, but I think it is the best to engage the audience in the story. So why would you downgrade the medium in a situation like that? The Jedi Survivor, I haven't played that one yet, but Jedi Fallen Order, it is a story-driven game. And so the story's already there in the premiere format. Why would you downgrade it? Why would you cut it down? Why would you change it? It's not like
because
we need a better...
pervert everything. Nothing is sacred. Like, hey, people enjoy this game. Oh, excuse me. Let me be specific. Legitimate Star Wars fans enjoy this game. How can we find a way to violate it so that they can find it repulsive? That's all that goes through these people's minds. You've destroyed the original trilogy. You destroyed everybody's favorite characters. You've destroyed the Jedi. You've destroyed the Sith, for God's sake. You've destroyed
they even destroyed the prequels with the Obi-Wan TV series, trying to claim, the last time you saw me was on Mustafa. Was on the Obi-Wan TV series. It was
we fought in the volume.
Between that and A New Hope, supposedly, even though
doesn't work.
You know what I mean?
None of it works.
Yep, they destroyed everything, and they want to come for everything because there's Jedi Survivor and Jedi Fallen Order, in my personal opinion, is the best Star Wars we've gotten since 2005.
Yeah,
I'll say that. I'll go on the record and say that I really enjoy it. I really enjoy those games. Does they have some narrative problems in the second game? Yes, indeed. They try to shoehorn some High Republic nonsense that ultimately went nowhere, so that actually felt kind of good. Yes, there's problems, but good God, it's enjoyable. I enjoy Cal Kestis as a protagonist. I think he's a really cool character. I love the relationship between him and Marin. I don't care what crap what that book says. Nobody read it. I don't care.
But Dre, she's gay.
No,
she's pansexual.
No, Pan. You got to get it right.
Sorry. I'm canceled.
Yeah, Adam's done. Adam's done. How dare you miss sexual?
All right, if I'm done, I'm just gonna play Zelda right now for the rest of the show.
It's all nonsense, and I really enjoyed. And there was emotional payoffs in this game. There was a reward investment of the previous game for those that played it. It like the folks at Respawn knew what they were doing, but you can see where Disney or whoever else was trying to interfere with what they were doing, and they said, "You can suck on this. We're going to get back to doing some fun stuff." So for them to go and try to take that away and be like, "Hey, let's put Cal Kestis in here so we can cock him and then do some other nonsense."
I am enjoying Fallen Order. I haven't finished it. I don't know where I am on that one, unfortunately. I'm kind of lost in that, but I am enjoying it despite that because it's a good game. That's all that matters to me. I wasn't even aware of the whole it could be connected to the sequel trilogy nonsense or anything like that. Until you mentioned it a few weeks ago. Oh.
That's KK is not done
because they'll try to ruin it, and that's the problem. So like I said, like Star Wars is dead to me. It's dead to a lot of fans, and it's really sad.
Well, yeah, we're going to talk about that on Thursday. It's
really sad, and to see that this lady has systematically destroyed the greatest media franchise on planet Earth. It's insanity.
And the fact that 10 years ago, everyone and their brother loved Star Wars and the MCU. Now, 10 years later, everyone's like, we don't care anymore about any of this. And that's one thing I have seen.
Yeah, again, like I said, on Thursday when we do Star Wars Day stream, it's a topic that's going to come up. And we've talked about it here and there, conversations, but it's something that's got to be talked about because we have so many different opinions on how to feel about Star Wars in this day and age. And we're all coming from a lot of different angles and a lot of different hurt in some cases. Some of us have recovered, some of us are still hurting, and some people are never going to recover. Again, but that's something that's going to come on the Thursday stream with whoever is there at that moment for that discussion. But KK continues. She goes on to praise the company's internal communications when it comes to all the stories they're working on. But what's interesting in the company that we do is everybody across all these lines of business is we all talk to one another. That's a load of shit. This is one of the most dysfunctional companies in the world. There is no communication ever.
All I'm hearing is word salad.
Well, but it's funny word salad. So that often doesn't happen in situations like this, but because Lucasfilm, so many people are used to working together, we're very transparent about what the storytelling is that's going on, whether it's in the streaming space or the movie space or books, animation, games, whatever is. Eventually, it will be some kind of immersive entertainment. Once upon a time, that existed for 28 years. The Star Wars Expanded Universe. I use its correct name. Books, comics, video games. There were no movies or TV because it didn't work out, but they were all pretty coordinated cleanly. Because that is one of the fallacy statements that anti-EU people, usually stands these days, Disney stands, will say, oh, it was a jumbled mess, wasn't coordinated, writers doing whatever they wanted, and Lucas wasn't involved. All false. George was involved in every stage of development of everything that went on in the EU, from books to comics to games. Nothing was approved if it didn't pass his desk and he put eyes on it. He used his veto power regularly. So everything that came out, and for her to walk around like this and say we're doing something that's new and has never been done before is bullshit, especially when, if it's so immersive and coordinated and transparent, how come you have to go to your crap comics and your crap books to retcon all the mistakes you made in your own canon from your movies? I mean, Jed, how many times do they have to correct shit?
Oh, all the time. Constantly. They're always trying to fix the problems of the sequel trilogy, everything else they do with side comic books, spin-off books. Like, you can't understand the events of Rise of Skywalker without the Aftermath books or something like that.
There's like 4 books and a bunch of comics you have to read in order to understand the plot holes that they filled in. Forgetting the fact that the entire concept is a butchered, bastardized version of Dark Empire.
Mm-hmm.
So for her to talk like this, it is ridiculous.
Thanks for watching, everybody. If you'd like to reach out to me, please email me at theranernerd@gmail.com for all channel business purposes. I am on Twitter now, mostly for promotion and sharing of videos, maybe a little shit stirring here and there, who knows, at @theranernerd. You can also find me at the Geeks and Gamers forums under @ROAS, and you can see me on Rumble and Odyssey under the Renaissance Nerd. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy.